back.
You cranking your hog?
Cranking my hog.
How many friends here do you have today?
Yeah, how many friends do you have here today, Sean?
No, you. I need another quart of oil.
Oh, okay. I don't know, we can make some though.
Huh?
We can schmooze them with our Riz. Sean, you get any Riz?
I got oil Riz.
You been rizzing up some ladies?
I rizzed up a lady down there.
Down in the paddock?
Yeah.
Nice.
She went like this at me.
She totally wants you.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man. Whew. Oh, I gotta get out. Oh man.
You okay, dude? Your stomach hurting you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
You think you're gonna throw up?
Maybe that one.
Car's misfiring. All right, guys, I didn't really film a whole lot this weekend. It was just kind of a crazy chain of events, but it all started, so let's see, Friday morning on my way to work, Jeffrey, the guy with the supercharged HKS BRZ, sent me a picture of one that looked just like his car that was totaled, and he said, "Sorry, I'm not gonna make it," as a joke. And I feel like that karma is what changed the turn of events for the entire weekend. So we get to the Airbnb late Saturday night, really cool place. We head to Palmer. My friend Mark showed up with his 05 STI. Our friend Sean with a K-Swap Civic Coupe showed up too for his first track day to kind of like spectate and check it out. So the first run out, Jeff is on track, and I get part of the way through my session, decide to come into the pits and just check torque in the wheels and stuff like that. And as I come in, I notice that there's a black flag on track. So everyone starts coming in, and I'm looking at the line of cars, and I'm like, I don't see the blue BRZ. Where is it? So everyone in the paddock is talking about how there was a crash. There was a crash. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, he actually crashed his car. But turns out what had happened was one of the oil cooler lines for the HKS oil cooler wasn't tightened all the way, so it just blew off on track. So lucky he cut it off just in time. I mean, maybe the AccuSump was actually what saved his engine, but didn't oil the track down, just covered his engine bay and one of his tires with oil. So it made a huge mess, but luckily no harm done, no foul, all good. So I go out another couple sessions, and about 3/4 of the way through the session, my car starts hard misfiring. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? Thinking maybe I blew my motor or something like that. Pulled in the paddock, cylinder 1 misfire. So I had been overfilling my sump for a while, and I noticed that when I did the spark plugs about 5,000 miles ago, I had a bunch of oil around the coil boot on the spark plug. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's just puking some oil on there, interrupting the signal from the spark plug from the coil. So, maybe I'll just be able to clean that out. I didn't bring all the necessary tools, and changing this coil, getting the coil out, getting the spark plug out was a major pain in the ass. I was completely underprepared. I didn't bring the right amount of tools, but luckily people were nice enough in the paddock to help me out and get me the tools that I needed to get the spark plug out. So when I get the spark plug out, I notice the fucking electrode in porcelain is broken and just jiggling around. And not only that, but it blew the whole other end of the porcelain completely off the plug. So if you don't know a whole lot about spark plugs, there's a tiny metal electrode. I think these ones are platinum, but it's a very small piece of metal, but it's hard. And I'm thinking, wow, there's a good chance that this electrode is bouncing around in my engine and my engine is fucked. And I'm just like, this sucks, you know? So we call all these parts stores, and the closest parts store that had anything was like an hour and a half away. So luckily a good friend of mine, Eric, absolute legend for doing this, makes the trek out. And while he was going to get the spark plugs, I took the supercharged BRZ out for a couple laps. And that thing was a blast. So going back to back from my car to his car, the power difference was really apparent. It was a really, really nice upgrade. His tires were kind of heat cycled out. They were kind of shot, so I couldn't really push it too much. But I still managed to get a 153.6, I think it was, on track. But I mean, with proper tires, like I could probably get into like 150 flat with this car. Like it's really good, really well set up. Definitely recommend the supercharger setup. And it was really cool to just have the car, you know, fix the oil cooler issue, clean up the engine bay, go back out and have no other issues and just beat the snot out of the car on a really hot day, and no heat soaking issues. The oil temps never even got above like 210 or something like that. So that was really cool. So Eric gets back. We start over the motor with no spark plug in it, just in case, just to blow anything out if there was anything in the cylinder, to kind of like increase my chances of having no issues. So we throw a spark plug in there and boom, thing runs mint, no misfire, no issue. I get back on track for another like 2 or 3 sessions. One of them being like over 20 minutes, and just absolutely loving the new setup. The new inserts in the subframe, the sway bars, the 18 by 9.5s, RE71 RS tires, just a huge, just solid upgrade. The car felt like absolutely dialed in, other than being a little bit down on power from driving the supercharged one back to back. But yeah, awesome weekend. Just kind of a freakish chain of events, but you know, it could have been way worse. And luckily, you know, ended up having a good day. So on to the next one. Hoping to go to club soon. Stay tuned. Thanks, guys.
There's a clock in my head. Is it wrong? Is it